Hello there, a very good evening and a warm welcome to our special program, the State Leaders Candidacy Debate. On today's special report, I'm Rahmat Idris and my partner here, Luisa Kusnandar. Today marks the second debate session organized by the General Elections Commission, or KPU. And this debate session is for the three vice presidential candidates who will be participating in next year's presidential election. Today's debate is economy, finance, investment, tax, trade, also state and regional budget, infrastructure and city management, focusing on people's and digital economy.
That's right, Idris. And now here we have our expert guest joining us in the studio. We have Hoirunisa Agustiati, the Executive Director from Perludem, which is Perkumpulan untuk Pemilu dan Demokrasi, or Association for Elections and Democracy, who will give us more insights into the political landscape and candidates' platforms. And as well, we also have Dr. Radityo Fajar. Welcome to the studio, an economic expert and lecturer from Economy and Business Faculty of Pelita Harapan University. And Mas Adit will provide his valuable perspective on the economic aspects for us within the context of this vice presidential debate. Thank you so much, Mas Adit, and also Mbak Nisa, for being here in our special report today. Very exciting.
Thank you for the both of you for joining us in this conversation. An exciting debate, if we may say, is coming ahead. And this debate session promises to offer a comprehensive understanding of the aspirations and plans put forth by the candidates vying for the vice presidency. And before we start, as today is December the 22nd, happy National Mother's Day. Luisa, you're a mother.
Thank you so much.
And to all of the mothers out there, we love you so much. May Indonesian women continue to be empowered and inspiring every day. Now, let's begin with the news we have before the debate session from Jakarta Convention Center begins.
Well, what you just seen on the screen just now is a brief overview of what's going to happen tonight at the second debate. Specifically is a vice presidential candidate. And what's different this time is that the KPU is allowing the vice presidential candidates to bring pen and paper during the debate later on today. Chairman of the General Election Commission KPU, Hashim Ashari, said that conventional writing tools are allowed, but modern ones like teleprompters and tablets are discouraged. Previously, KPU did not allow even a pen and paper to let the public see immediate responses from each candidate. It eventually allowed writing tools after receiving various feedbacks. The format of the vice presidential debate will be similar to that of the presidential debate held earlier this month.
All right, so tonight we will bring you live pictures from the Jakarta Convention Center, where the second debate aimed for the vice presidential candidates will take place. And while we wait for these visuals to come in, let's go over to our guests joining us for these conversations, Dr. Radit and also Nisa. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. I'd like to go to Dr. Radit first. As we know, this is the second debate. The biggest topic tonight is on the economy of Indonesia. And maybe let's just dissect first on each and every candidate that is going to perform, for lack of a better word. I would like to go consecutively first to the vice presidential candidate of number one. So notably, he is the leader of one of the biggest Islamic organizations in the country. Dr. Radit, what do you think he will bring to the table for this particular debate on economy?
Okay, this is very interesting debate because we have three candidates that have their uniqueness, from their background. As we know, Caimin is the head of PKB, Partai Kebangkitan Bangsa, that has grassroots in pesantren and also in lots of villages in Indonesia. So my guess, his economic strategy and also economic program will be based on the economic kerakyatan, or the people economics. So he will go deeper, into how to increase the economic of the people from the villages. So maybe we will not hear macroeconomic indicators, that we talks in university. I think that will be his highlights. Of course, I hope so that he also explain about Dana Desa or the village fund. Maybe he will have program to increase that one and how to use it, and so all the people knows his program. I think that will be his highlight.
Well, to be fair, among all the three vice presidential candidates, they do not really have a specific background in economy. Now, what's your prediction on number two, which is Gibran Rakabuming? We know that in the previous debate, he has somewhat caused a bit of a attention, taking attention from what he did with telling the audience to give applause. What is your prediction on what's going to happen tonight?
Okay, I think he has the background as an entrepreneur, starting a business, and also his brother. So I think the Jokowi families, or the President's Jokowi family, has background as an entrepreneur. I think that background will strengthen his positions on how to become young, productive, and then giving birth to many startup, digital economy. I think that one particular topics will be highlighted by Mas Gibran.
That is a very good point right there, especially since there are a majority of first-time voters, millennials, and as well as Gen Z.
So he will appeal to that particular demography, if we may say. I'd like to go over to Nisa. Let's now dissect the vice presidential candidate number three, Mahfud MD, which we know is still in the government now. He is currently the minister, the coordinating minister for law and security affairs of the country, and notably representing the incumbent political party which is in power at the moment, but presumably in opposite side, or rather in opposite stance with the incumbent presidents, whose son is taking over the second number in the ballot. So how do you think that his position as a minister within the government, while also representing a very strong political party in the country, will be speaking at the podium today?
Yeah, as ministry, right now ministry, I think Prof. Mahfud, so many people said that he should be stepped down from his position because there is a potential of a conflict of interest, for example, and also that the candidate number 3, Pak Ganjar, and Prof. Mahfud, in some cases also criticize about Jokowi's administration right now. So maybe he will maybe also raise economic strategies different with the Jokowi's administration. Maybe he already prepared something with his team. But I think the highlight from this debate is besides that we can see their argumentation, their ideas about the topic, people will also see about how their gesture, their articulation, how they respond to the questions, whether they are going to respond it defensively, offensively, or just answering with gimmick. That is also become something that people will see on this debate. So because if we don't have time to scrutinize all of the ideas because of the time limitation, only 2 hours with the major topics right now. So the other side of this debate is seeing how they perform. So for example, KPUs now are allowing them to have tools, pen to take a note or something. It's also become something that people will see how they respond quickly on the question, for example, because as a president and vice president, they need to respond something quickly. So if they say, okay, I have to take a moment to take a note something, it's also becomes people are going to see that.
That becomes something that people will highlight along this debate. Now, looking back from the first debate, we've all noticed that each of the presidential debate has very different styles. There's one that is more emotional, one is more calm. You know, it's a very different.
Without saying names, right?
What is your prediction on how tonight's gonna go between the 3 vice presidential candidates?
Yeah, I think they should be reflect a lot from the first debate because the first time is maybe always something. For example, from the crowd itself.
It sets precedent to the next ones.
I think they should be more prepared in this debate. Maybe they have to put their emotion aside because from the first debate, we can see that in this social media era, people just cut the video and spread the whatever.
It's very tricky,
It's very tricky. So if they respond something emotionally, I think it's gonna be like a setback for them.
It's gonna be a bad campaign for them, just like that.
Yeah. Well, let's address that. The biggest elephant in the room, the presence of the podium, the pens and papers, because as you said, it would allow them time and opportunity to jot down whatever they need to respond to the questions from the panelists or from the other vice presidential candidates. But also, is also presumed an opportunity to bring notes from the outside. So what's your take on this, Dr. Radit? Is that even an opportunity for these candidates to bring over their notes? There's a lot of assumptions up there that, particularly for one candidate who has not been speaking anywhere, who has not been debating anywhere out of the KPU plan debates, and that is Gibran.
Okay, I think it's good, for KPU allowing the candidates to bring paper and also pen, because their background is not an economist. These 3. Of these candidates.
It usually relates to a lot of data, statistics, and numbers.
Yes, we have a lot of numbers, we have a lot of indicators, and then that's number changing every day, and they have to monitor, about the state of our economy, and then what is the future, the challenges. So I think they already prepare before the debates, and highlighted some big numbers, and for Gibran, I think this is the time for a lot of people waiting about.
Very curious.
Yes, very curious, and then maybe we have a factor of surprise or the element of surprises.
The other way around.
Let's see.
So I think a lot of people will hoping that during this debate there is not just a popular policy that will be drafted if they win, but also the policy that is necessary for this country. I think we have to think seriously about the challenges that we have and what kind of economic program and strategy to tackle all these problems and challenges in all front. That's my
Well, President Jokowi has mentioned before in a previous interview that he expects that today's debate will be very lively.
Yeah.
You know, because we don't want to see all these vice presidents just talking and just reading out their minds, but we want them to speak out and for them to interact really with the audience at home. Among all the economic topics, because there is such a big topic, what do you think will be the hot topics that will come up later on?
Based on our conditions, in 2022, we just announcing that the pandemic becoming endemic, and all the economics is recovering, and some sector is declining, but some sectors now keeping up their pace, in order to have growth, such as travel now is increasing, but for e-commerce maybe now is declining because everybody now can travel anywhere. So I think how to maintain the growth between 5 to 7% in order for us to have 2045 the golden year of Indonesia, because at least we have more than 5% in order to reach that kind of golden era in 2045.
Well, from your perspective, Nisa, what do you think these three candidates will focus on tonight?
Yeah, I think it's interesting talking about the pandemic because in 2020, no countries are ready in facing the pandemic, and we don't know what's going to happen in the future. Maybe there is something, I don't know. But what from the pandemic we can learn that we have to be prepared in every situation, especially in the economic situation, because it's very impactful for the country. So I think that's become a highlight. And also, as you mentioned, that most of the voters are young voters. Around 55% is young voters. And one of their concern is about economic, about how to get a job, for example.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
Yeah, as simple as that.
Job opportunities.
Job opportunities. Is it easy to access the job, for example? I think it's also become the highlight of this debate.
And the ability to own a house for these young people has also been quite front and center. And the ability to invest for the future has been also very crucial for these young people. In the meantime, Louisa, we also have our colleagues standing by to give us the latest on what's actually going on at the JCC at the moment, Louisa. Let's go over to Shafira Junior, standing by at the Jakarta Convention Center to give us the latest on what's have been taking place right now in terms of preparations ahead of the upcoming vice presidential debate over at Jakarta Convention Center. Shafira, your report, please.
Reporting from the venue of the 2024 election second debate. And tonight there are three vice presidential candidates that will convey their visions and missions. With sequence number 1, Muhaimin Iskandar, sequence number 2, Gibran Raka Buming Raka, and sequence number 3, Mahfud MD. Three presidential candidates are also scheduled to attend, including presidential candidate number 1, Anies Baswedan, presidential candidate number 2, Prabowo Subianto, and presidential candidate number 3, Ganjar Pranowo. The debate starts at 7 p.m. Jakarta time. The debate will be held at the Jakarta Convention Center. Before Chairman of the Indonesian General Elections Commission, Hashim Ashari, said the debate would last for 150 minutes and will be divided into 6 segments. The details are, namely, 120 minutes for the vice presidential debate, and in the first segment, the vice presidential candidates will convey their mission, vision, and work of their program. Then in the second and third segments, the vice presidential candidate will answer a number of questions prepared by the panelists. Then in the segments 4 and 5, the vice presidential candidates will be given the opportunity to ask questions and answer with their fellow vice presidential candidates. Meanwhile, in the 6th or final segment, the vice presidential candidate will give a closing statement or final statement as a conclusion. here I can feel the euphoria of the supporters for the three vice presidential candidates, and you know there are crowd here. It's really crowded with people, with the supporters, and it tells that everybody here is ready to hype the 2024 elections. There are also security forces who are on duty to strengthen the area of JCC or Jakarta Convention Center. That's what we have for now from the JCC. I'm Safira Junior and camera person Aryata Nudata reporting for TVRI World.
Well, thank you, Shafira Junior, for your report just now from Jakarta Convention Center in Senayan.
It was so lively there. We wish we could have just had our special report from the JCC. Alas, we have to be at the studio.
Now we go on to our next news before we continue. The General Election Commission KPU has announced that the debate for presidential and vice presidential candidates will be held 5 times, with each presidential candidate participating in 3 debates and each vice presidential candidates participating in 2 other debates. Now below is the theme of the presidential and vice presidential candidate debates for 2024 election. Let's take a look. What we just saw right there are the 5 topics, 5 themes among out of the 5 debates that are going to happen or that have happened, the first and today the second. Perhaps Manisa, can you tell us what is the importance of today's vice presidential debate and on this topic, economy?
Yeah, previously there is a polemic about the format of the debate, whether the vice president will be accompanied with the candidate of the president. So I think this moment is because of the criticism, the KPU then changed the format. So I think it is important for us to see how their performance in this debate, because we also want to see. We don't only want to see the candidate of the president, but also the vice president, how they perform their debate, how is their idea, their argumentation. So, and people also asking whether they are competent or not in these issues, because as we discussed before, none of them have the background of economics. So I think it is important, and also to see the gesture itself from each of the vice president candidates. Yeah.
Well, it goes without saying that the performance this evening will be a way for them to drum up support for their voters, for the eligible voters. However, there's still, it's been reported 23% of undecided voters out there. Will they have enough strength to sway these undecided voters towards their way to votes through these vice presidential candidates debates? Dr. Radit, in your opinion?
I think when we learn about a lot of debates, from a lot of candidacy that becoming president, I think economic will play very, very important role. Yeah. Because especially the young people.
The livelihood,
yes.
Basically, yeah.
They will learn, is there any jobs? How the government creating environment in order to creating jobs, and then how they can afford housing, for example, and how the future will look like. So if these three candidates can explain their visions, their strategy, and that strategy or vision makes sense to the youngsters, I think they will vote to the right candidates. Yeah? And I believe economic will be based on issues that matters, that necessary, not just popular policy. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, all these candidates, they can make promises.
Yeah.
They can say whatever they want during the campaign.
It has to be realistic too.
Exactly.
Yeah, not just empty promises.
People should ask how you finance that.
Yeah.
You know, you have a lot of
Free lunch,
programs.
for example.
Yes. Because it takes taxpayer money. Yeah. When we pay something, if you have the program that have possibility to fail, for example, then the people have to pay it. I think we have to educate our society, our peoples, that this is our responsibility.
Chai Imin, for example, has said at the beginning that if we win, we will provide 10 million rupiahs for every single young people out there to start their businesses. The second pairs, they come up with the free lunches, probably to help out the economy in some way. We don't know yet, per se, for Mr. Mahfud MD, so we look forward to hearing from them very, very soon at the podium. We've been notified that we have 20 seconds now to go over to Jakarta Convention Center to take a look at the latest pictures from the venue before the vice presidential candidates start this evening, Luisa.
Yeah, and this will be a very exciting debate. As you mentioned before, economy plays a very integral role, especially if we are to achieve the golden Indonesia in
2045. Yes, that's right.
So
that's something to look forward to. So it's going to open up a lot of opportunities for these candidates to shine and again to give us the assurance that they are indeed the candidates or the peers to choose for the upcoming simultaneous general election on the 14th of February 2024. And that is to say, we have to be there or we'll be square. And now we're waiting for moments before we can go ahead and proceed to the Jakarta Convention Center to witness and to observe the second debate focusing on the vice presidential candidates of the general elections of Indonesia.
Okay, we're still waiting at the moment to see what's going on, but on schedule, they're supposed to start at 7 p.m. tonight. And wow,
there you have it.
Yeah,
the aerial picture of Jakarta at nighttime on one side of the street, really high density traffic, and it's free flow on the other side. But this is it, the inside of Jakarta Convention Center. The lights are out and everyone's seated. We believe moments from now, the second debate for the vice presidential candidate will begin. Let's have a listen in.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Dan selamat malam. Kami ucapkan selamat datang kepada Ketua, Anggota, dan Sekjen Komisi Pemilihan Umum.
Selamat malam dan juga selamat datang kami ucapkan kepada petinggi partai politik, petinggi kementerian dan juga lembaga, seluruh tamu undangan dan juga rekan-rekan media yang berbahagia.
Kami senang dan bangga untuk dapat hadir di sini dan ikut serta secara aktif menjadi bagian dari demokrasi Indonesia. Mudah-mudahan malam hari ini ide, gagasan, dan semua upaya untuk meyakinkan Anda untuk menentukan siapa pilihan yang tepat dalam pemilu mendatang dapat terwujud. Dan ini merupakan bukan hanya memperkaya hasanah demokrasi kita, tapi juga menjadi referensi bagi Anda kelak.
Ya, tentu kita semua juga berharap gagasan-gagasan yang terlontar dalam debat nanti akan jadi acuan dan juga solusi dalam membangun negeri ini. Malam ini kita akan menyaksikan bersama bagaimana tiga kandidat calon wakil presiden berbicara, saling bertanya, hingga beradu argumentasi dalam tema ekonomi kerakyatan dan digital, investasi,
on investment, tax, trade,
APBN, APBD,
state budget and local budget management, infrastructure and urban issues.
Dan saya Alvito Dinova Gintings, inilah debat kedua
This is the second debate of
pemilu 2024.
presidential and vice presidential candidates.
Baik, Bapak, Ibu, dan hadirin serta pemirsa sekalian, kita akan mengundang pasangan calon presiden dan calon wakil presiden pemilu 2024. Inilah pasangan calon presiden dan calon wakil presiden nomor urut 1. Bapak Haji Anies Rashid Baswedan, PhD, dan Bapak Dr. Honoris Causa Haji Abdul Muhaimin Iskandar.
Boleh tolong gedein lagi? Boleh tolong gedein lagi? Lagi? Oke. Oh, oke.
Kesini lagi kan?
Selanjutnya inilah pasangan calon presiden dan calon wakil presiden nomor urut 2.
And here comes the second presidential and vice presidential candidates, Prabowo Subianto and Gibran Rakabuming Raka. Oh.
Selanjutnya kita undang pasangan calon presiden dan wakil presiden nomor urut 3. Bapak Haji
The next is the third presidential and vice presidential candidate,
Muhammad Mahfud MD.
Ganjar Pranowo and Mahfud MD.
Dan untuk mengawali acara pada malam hari ini kita akan menyanyikan lagu kebangsaan Indonesia Raya, dilanjutkan jingle pemilu 2024. Bapak Ibu yang kami hormati dimohon untuk berdiri.
To kick off the debate, we will start with the national anthem Indonesia Raya, followed by the jingle of election. Ladies and gentlemen are asked to stand up.
Indonesia beri kontribusi.
Terima kasih Bapak dan Ibu, kami persilahkan untuk duduk kembali. Mudah-mudahan dengan energizing tadi semangat kita terus membara sampai akhir.
We hope the song will give you the energy we need for tonight's session. Let's start.
Untuk membuka rangkaian debat kedua calon wakil presiden pemilu 2024, kita akan
to open tonight's debate,
dari
we will
Ketua Komisi
hear
Pemilihan Umum
the opening
yang
remarks from
dengan doa.
Election Commission Chairman Bapak Hashim Ashari. The floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat malam dan salam sejahtera untuk kita sekalian.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Para pimpinan partai politik peserta pemilu 2024.
Distinguished
yang kami hormati
guests,
pasangan calon presiden, wakil presiden, nomor urut 1,
presidential
Bapak Haji
and
Anies
vice
Rashid
presidential
Baswedan,
candidates,
dan Bapak Haji
Anies
Abdul
Baswedan
Muhaimin
and Muhaimin Iskandar.
Yang kami hormati pasangan calon nomor urut 2, Bapak Haji Prabowo Subianto,
as well as Prabowo Subianto and Gibran Rakabuming Raka.
Gibran Rakabuming Raka. Yang kami hormati
And last
pasangan
but
calon
not least,
presiden, wakil presiden
the third
nomor urut
candidate
3,
pair,
Bapak Haji Ganjar
Ganjar Pranowo
dan
and Mahfud
Bapak
MD.
Haji Muhammad Mahfud MD. Yang kami hormati para anggota KPU beserta Sekjen KPU dan
Members
jajaran.
of KPU,
yang kami hormati Ketua
Secretary
dan anggota
General,
Bawaslu, yang kami
members
hormati
of
Ketua dan anggota
Election
DKPP,
Supervisory Body,
yang kami hormati para panelis
the panelists
yang telah
who have drafted the
memberikan
question
dukungan kepada KPU
and
untuk
have
menyusun
supported
daftar
us.
pertanyaan untuk debat kali ini. Pertama-tama marilah kita memanjatkan puji syukur kepada Allah SWT, Tuhan yang Maha Kuasa, yang senantiasa melimpahkan rahmat dan nikmat kepada kita, terutama nikmat sehat walafiat, sehingga pada malam hari ini kita dapat bertemu di sini, silaturahim kepemiluan dalam rangka debat kedua calon wakil presiden pemilu 2024. Ibu Bapak yang kami hormati, pada kesempatan ini adalah debat kedua dalam rangkaian kampanye.
Tonight is the second presidential and vice presidential candidate
yang
debate
dilaksanakan oleh calon wakil presiden. Mari kita bersama-sama menyimak, memperhatikan gagasan-gagasan, visi, misi, program masing-masing calon wakil presiden yang akan disampaikan kepada publik, kepada masyarakat, kepada rakyat pemilih Indonesia. Kita semua berharap apa yang disampaikan nanti akan memengaruhi pilihan-pilihan rakyat
the ideas that they convey
kepada
tonight
pasangan calon
will
presiden
affect
sesuai
our
dengan apa
point
yang
of view, our
diharapkan.
opinion,
Sebelum kita mulai bersama,
our expectation.
marilah kita sejenak menundukkan kepala,
Before
berdoa
we
dan
start,
bermunajat
I
kepada
will
Allah SWT,
invite all of
Tuhan yang Maha
you
Kuasa,
to pray to
dengan iringan
God.
doa, semoga apa yang kita kerjakan mendapatkan ridho dan rahmat dari
May
Allah SWT,
the
Tuhan yang Maha
activity that we
Kuasa,
do tonight
dan kita
is
senantiasa
receiving
diberikan
the blessing
kesehatan, kekuatan, dan kesabaran dalam menyelenggarakan pemilu
will always be healthy
2024
and have
ini.
the ability to
Berdoa
complete
sesuai dengan agama
the
dan keyakinan kita
series of
masing-masing.
activities of this
Mulai.
election.
Berdoa selesai.
The
Kami
praying
ucapkan
session
terima kasih
is
kepada saudara
completed.
moderator yang akan memimpin moderasi debat
I
pada
will give back
debat
the
yang kedua
floor
ini.
back
Kami
to the
ucapkan terima kasih kepada
moderators.
stasiun televisi yang
Thank
menyiarkan
you to all
debat kedua
television
calon wakil presiden
station who
untuk
air
pemilu
this
2024.
debate.
Demikian,
public.
kiranya ada yang kurang berkenan, kami mohon maaf.
If there's
Assalamualaikum
anything that
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alright, we would like to
Terima kasih Pak
apologize.
Ketua.
Thank you and good night.
Bapak Ibu hadirin yang kami hormati, pada debat kedua calon wakil presiden pemilu 2024 terdapat 11 panelis. Kami mohon berkenan
For tonight's debate, we have 11 panelists. Please stand up when we call your name.
Saragih, anggota Ombudsman RI periode 2016-2021.
Alamsyah Saragih is Ombudsman member from period of 2016 and 2021.
Selanjutnya Bapak Aditya Wardono, SE, MSI, MSc, PhD, Ekonom dan Pengajar Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Universitas Jember.
Aditya Wardono is an economist and lecturer from Jember University.
Agustinus Prasetyantoko, Ekonom dan Rektor Universitas Katolik Indonesia Atmajaya tahun 2015-2023.
Agustinus Prasetyantoko from
Profesor Dr.
Catholic University Atmajaya.
Dekan Fakultas Syariah dan Hukum Universitas Islam Negeri
Fauzan Ali Rashid from Sunan Gunung Jati State Islamic University.
Henry Saparini PhD, pendiri dan ekonom Core Indonesia.
Henry Saparini, founder and economist of Core Indonesia.
Profesor Dr. Andus Hieronymus Roa, MSI, Wakil Rektor Bidang Akademik
Hieronymus
dan Inovasi
Roa,
Institut Pemerintahan Dalam
Deputy
Negeri
Rector at IPDN.
Poppy Ismalina, Master of Economics Development, PhD, Associate Professor
Poppy Ismalina,
Departemen
Associate
Ekonomi,
Professor
Fakultas
at
Ekonomika dan Bisnis
Gajah Mada
Universitas
University.
Gajah Mada.
Dr. Retno Agustina Eka Putri, SE, MSc, Rektor Universitas Bengkulu 2021-2025.
Profesor Dr. Suharnomo, SE, MSI, Dekan Fakultas Ekonomika dan Bisnis Universitas Diponegoro.
Suharnomo from Diponegoro University.
Dr. Tauhid Ahmad, Direktur Eksekutif Indef dan dosen Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Universitas
Tauhid
Pembangunan
Ahmad,
Nasional Veteran
Executive Director of Indef and lecturer at Veteran
Jose Rizal
University.
Damuri, PhD, Executive Director Center for Strategic and
Jose
International
Rizal
Studies,
Damuri, Executive
CSIS.
Director of CSIS.
Saudara, selanjutnya adalah penyerahan secara simbolis pertanyaan hasil rumusan para panelis oleh koordinator panelis kepada Ketua Komisi Pemilihan Umum. Untuk itu kami persilakan Ketua Komisi Pemilihan Umum Bapak Hashim Asyari untuk naik ke atas panggung.
Will be the handover of list of questions
untuk menuju ke panggung.
from coordinator of panelists to the KPU head, to the KPU chairman.
Terima kasih Pak Hashim dan Bu Retno, silakan kembali ke tempat. Bapak Ibu hadirin sekalian, sebelum memulai debat kami memiliki tata tertib yang harus ditaati baik oleh hadirin yang ada di ruangan dan luar ruangan.
Before we start the debate, we would like to remind the orders, the regulations for tonight's debate.
Ketentuan debat, tata tertib sebelum debat. Pakaian yang digunakan adalah bebas, sopan, dan rapi. Setiap tamu undangan harus menjaga ketertiban, keamanan, serta kebersihan dan tidak membawa barang-barang yang dilarang serta dapat membahayakan orang lain di lokasi debat.
Everyone should maintain public order, security, cleanliness. Only people listed are allowed to enter.
Hanya diperbolehkan mengantar ke area debat. Tim kampanye pasangan calon
Apart
menempatkan
from
petugas
them,
yang dapat menjaga
they are
ketertiban
only
dan keamanan
allowed to
selama debat berlangsung.
stay outside.
Ketentuan
Campaign
debat,
should be
tata tertib
calm.
saat debat
Campaign
berlangsung.
should be calm.
Dalam debat, pendukung tidak
During the
diperkenankan
debate,
membawa bahan kampanye
supporters are
dan
not
alat peraga
allowed to
kampanye
bring
kecuali atribut
campaign
yang melekat di
material
badan.
except the attributes
Selama
on
acara
their
debat berlangsung,
bodies.
tamu undangan wajib menjaga ketertiban
During the
dan tidak
debates,
meneriakkan
the
yel-yel,
guests should
slogan, dan melakukan
keep calm,
intimidasi dalam bentuk
not
ucapan
yelling
maupun
the
tindakan kepada
slogans
pendukung
or
pasangan calon,
carry
moderator,
out
dan
any
panelis.
intimidation.
Selama debat berlangsung,
During the debates,
alat
handphones
komunikasi dalam
and
kondisi
other
hening dan
communication
dilarang
devices
mengaktifkan
are in
flashlight.
silent mode. and no flashlight.
Selanjutnya kami akan perkenalkan para calon wakil presiden pemilu tahun 2024. Calon wakil presiden nomor urut 1, Bapak Dr. Honoris Causa Haji Abdul Muhaimin Iskandar.
We will introduce the vice presidential candidates. The first one is Muhaimin Iskandar.
Calon wakil presiden nomor
The
urut
second
2,
one
Bapak
is Gibran Rakabuming Raka.
Selanjutnya calon wakil presiden nomor urut 3, Bapak Profesor
And the third
Dr.
is
Haji
Mahfud MD.
Baik, harap tenang. Terima
Please
kasih.
keep calm. Thank you.
Mohon tenang, kita sudah dengar tadi tata tertibnya ya.
Please keep calm.
Dan
We
langsung
have
saja kita
to
mulai
remind
debat
you
calon
on the
wakil presiden
regulation.
pemilu 2024. Pada sesi pertama, kita akan mendengarkan visi, misi,
In
dan
the first
program
session,
kerja
we will
masing-masing
hear
pasangan
the
calon
vision and mission
yang akan
and the
disampaikan
work
calon
program
wakil
from
presiden
each
2024.
vice presidential candidate.
Jika pada debat pertama sebelumnya penyampaian visi misi dimulai dari
In the first
paslon
debate,
nomor urut 1, maka
the vision and
debat
mission
kali
start
ini kami
from
persilakan
candidate number
calon
1.
wakil presiden
In this
nomor
debate,
urut
we
2,
would like to
Bapak
start
Gibran
from
Rakabuming Raka,
candidate
untuk
number
menyampaikan
2
visi, misi,
or
dan
Gibran
program
Rakabuming
kerja.
Raka to deliver
persilakan,
his vision, mission and work program. Please start, sir.
Mohon tenang, kami butuh kerjasamanya. Nanti ada waktunya tepuk tangan. Waktu Bapak 4 menit.
You have 4
dimulai dari
minutes
saat Bapak berbicara.
and it will start when you start speaking.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. Shalom, Om Swastiastu,
Greetings to all.
Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan. Indonesia ini negara besar.
Indonesia is a
Kita
large
harus
country.
mampu keluar
We should
dari middle income trap.
we should be able to leave the
kita
middle
harus
income
mampu
trap.
menaikkan nilai tambah di dalam negeri.
The key is to
Di tengah
increase the
gempuran
added
resesi
value
global,
in Indonesia
perang dagang,
amidst
konflik
the
geopolitik,
trade war,
rata-rata
geopolitic
pertumbuhan
conflict.
ekonomi negara kita tetap resilient di rata-rata 5%.
The economic growth of Indonesia
Pertumbuhan
remain
ekonomi yang
resilient.
berkualitas didukung dengan penurunan angka pengangguran,
The
angka
quality of
kemiskinan,
economic
penurunan
growth
angka Gini rasio,
supported by
dan juga angka
the
inflasi
increase
yang
of
terkendali.
employment, Gini ratio,
Bapak Ibu yang saya hormati, teman-teman sesama anak muda, lalu apa agenda ke depan?
so what will
Kita
be in
akan
the next
lanjutkan hilirisasi.
agenda?
Bukan
We
hanya
will continue
hilirisasi
with the
tambang
downstreaming,
saja,
not
tapi juga
only on the
hilirisasi
mining,
pertanian,
but also
hilirisasi
agriculture,
perikanan, hilirisasi
fisheries,
digital, dan lain-lain.
digital, and other
Kita
sectors.
lanjutkan juga
We will
pemerataan
also
pembangunan
continue
yang tidak lagi
the
Jawa sentris.
equalization of development, not only
Kita
in
genjot
Java,
terus
but also in
ekonomi
other
kreatif
islands.
dan juga
We
UMKM.
will boost
Kita
the
punya 64
creative
juta
economy
UMKM
and
yang
SMEs.
menyumbangkan
We have more
61%
than 40
untuk
million
PDB kita.
SMEs that
Jika 4
contribute
langkah
to
tadi
our
bisa kita
economy.
penuhi,
If we can
insya Allah
carry
akan
out
terbuka
the steps,
19 juta
I'm sure
lapangan
we
pekerjaan.
can open up 19 million of jobs.
Pemerataan pembangunan itu wajib.
Development
Sekarang
equalization
investasi
is
yang ada
important.
di luar Jawa sudah ada 53%.
There are 53%
Pembangunan
of
IKN
investment.
yang berkelanjutan
Sustainable development in IKN will open new economic
dan juga
growth
konektivitas
and development, also
membuka
open
lapangan
connectivity and job
IKN
employment.
ini bukan hanya saja membangun
The new
bangunan
capital of
pemerintahan,
IKN not only
tapi juga
create
sebagai simbol,
the center of
simbol
government,
pemerataan
but it
pembangunan
is
di
also
Indonesia,
a symbol
dan juga
of
sebagai simbol
development
transformasi pembangunan Indonesia.
It's
Bapak
a
dan
symbol
Ibu
of
yang saya
transformation
hormati,
in Indonesia.
saya juga berkeyakinan suatu saat nanti
I am
Indonesia
sure that
akan
one
menjadi
day Indonesia
raja
will
energi
become
hijau dunia.
the king of
Dengan terus
green
mengembangkan
energy.
biodiesel,
We will continue to
bioaftur dari
increase
sawit,
the
bioetanol
biodiesel from
dari
palm
tebu,
oil,
sekaligus
bioethanol
kemandirian
from
gula.
sugarcane, and also
Untuk menuju Indonesia emas,
independency
dibutuhkan
in energy.
generasi emas. Kita harus mampu
We have to be
merubah
able to create golden Indonesia, golden generation, we have to change
Kita harus punya
this opportunity into future
talents
opportunity.
yang dilengkapi dengan future skills.
The future talent should have future skills.
Akan kami
The downstreaming, we will continue the downstreaming of digital
anak-anak muda
economy.
yang ahli artificial intelligence,
We will
anak-anak muda yang ahli
produce
blockchain, anak-anak
young
muda
generation
yang ahli robotik,
that who
anak-anak muda yang
who
ahli
have
perbankan
excellent
syariah,
skills in
anak-anak muda
artificial
yang ahli
intelligence.
kripto.
Generations who
Bapak dan Ibu yang saya
are
hormati, narasi besarnya
have
di sini
strong
adalah
skills in crypto.
keberlanjutan,
The key
percepatan,
words here
dan penyempurnaan.
is sustainability
Terima kasih.
and perfection.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Thank you
wabarakatuh. Selamat Hari Ibu
and happy Mother's Day.
untuk kaum perempuan hebat di Indonesia.
I would like to
Terima kasih.
greet the strong woman in Indonesia.
Waktu habis.
Terima kasih. Baik, cukup.
Boleh tenang.
Kita lanjutkan.
Cukup ya.
Terima kasih Bapak Gibran Raka Buming Raka. Kami persilakan. Pak
Thank
Gibran
you.
untuk kembali ke tempat.
Gibran Raka Buming
Kembali
Raka,
dulu, Pak.
please return to your seat.
Harap tenang. Kita lanjutkan.
We will continue.
Selanjutnya kami persilakan calon wakil presiden nomor urut 3, Bapak Mahfud MD, untuk naik ke atas panggung
The
dan
next one will
menyampaikan
be
visi,
the
misi,
third
dan program
vice
kerja.
presidential candidate, Mahfud MD, to deliver
Bapak
his
Mahfud,
vision,
waktu
mission,
Bapak
and
4
work
menit.
program.
Kami akan mulai ketika Bapak mulai berbicara.
You have 4 minutes and it will start when you start speaking.
Mari kita bersujud semuanya, saudara-saudara seluruh Indonesia.
I invite
kepada
everyone
ibu kita
to prostrate
dalam rangka
to our mothers
mengucapkan selamat Hari Ibu 22 Desember 2023
as we
ini.
commemorate
Dan
the
sesudah ini
National
kita lanjutkan
Mother's Day
pengabdian
today,
kita kepada Ibu Pertiwi.
and then we should
Ada yang bertanya
continue
kepada kamu,
our work to
mungkin tidak
Mother Earth.
Anda mentargetkan mendapat pertumbuhan ekonomi 7% di dalam 1 tahun.
Is
Karena
it possible to have economic growth in 1 year?
Sebanyak 7%. Dulu hanya itu dicapai
It
pada
is
tahun
impossible to achieve 7% in economic growth. It was only possible in the 1990s,
Saya
1991.
sampaikan kepada beberapa orang ahli, lalu mereka mengatakan hanya
I convey this question to the expert, this question,
menaikkan
and they said it is
pertumbuhan
only
ekonomi
because
menjadi
of
7%.
our
Karena kita ini
inabilities.
kaya raya dengan sumber daya alam
We
dan
are
sumber
actually
daya
rich,
manusia
we
yang
have
hebat.
a lot of natural
Masalahnya apa?
resources
Masalahnya
and
banyak
a lot of
korupsi
human
dan
resources.
inefisiensi
The problem
di
is in
sektor-sektor
corruption,
pertumbuhan ekonomi, yaitu di sektor konsumsi,
especially
belanja
in
pemerintah,
consumption,
ekspor, dan
export,
investasi.
and import and
Jadi,
investment.
dengan demikian karena banyak korupsi,
Due to
dan
the
itu memang
corruption,
betul terjadi. Coba
and
lihat,
this is
berdasar
really
hasil
happening
SIGI, Transparansi
based
Internasional,
on CJ of
korupsi terjadi di
Transparency
lembaga
International.
legislatif,
The corruption
eksekutif,
happened
dan yudikatif
in
secara
all
besar-besaran.
legislative,
Korupsi
judicative,
juga
and
terjadi
executive
di 3
bodies.
matra alam kita ini. Kita
The corruption
injak
is
bumi,
also
ada korupsi di tanah
happening
dan pertambangan. Kita ke
in the
laut,
land.
ada korupsi di
When we
masalah
go to the
kelautan.
sea, we
Kita
can
melihat
found
udara,
corruption.
pesawat terbang kita,
When we
ternyata di
look up
udara
to the
juga
sky,
banyak korupsi.
there are also
Akibatnya
corruption.
apa? Rakyat miskin. Saya ketemu dengan
Due to the
seorang
corruption, the
bernama
people
Teddy
become
dan Johnny di Padang.
very poor.
Seorang atau 2 orang
I met
pegawai angkutan perusahaan truk
I met the people in Padang.
bisa mendapat subsidi minyak.
They
yang
claim that
disediakan
they
oleh
have
negara
never
karena tidak
received
pernah sampai.
the
Saya juga
subsidy
ketemu
in
dengan
oil.
seorang seribulan anak kecil di
So I also met
Bandung
a
Barat.
child
Dia
in
mengajak
Parangpong
saya
in
main
West Java.
layang-layang. Katanya, "Bapak, saya
She
ingin
invited
terbang
me
seperti
to
layang-layang
play kites.
meraih kita, tapi saya
She
tidak
said
dapat."
she want to
Kemudian saya ingat pulau saya Madura.
she wanted to
Di
achieve
Madura itu
her
kaya
dreams
dengan gas
through the
alam, tetapi
to the
sampai
kite.
sekarang tidak pernah dioptimalkan
Another
untuk dimanfaatkan.
people I met
Maka
also
kuncinya
said
adalah
they
bagaimana
never
kita memberantas
be able
korupsi.
to achieve
Lalu ada yang
the
tanya kepada saya, "Bapak, kalau Bapak jadi wakil
welfare."
presiden orang takut ditangkap." Saya panggil para ekonom dan para pelaku usaha, "Apa betul Anda takut kepada saya kalau saya wapres?" Tidak Bapak, justru kami perlu seorang penegak hukum seperti Bapak.
People said they need law enforcers. They said every time we want to invest, they have to pay illegal levy. But when there's law enforcers, they are said they want to bribe. We have to fight the corruption.
Istilah anak muda, hai koruptor, kutabrak kau. Hai wir, mundur kau wir. Nah korupsi, setabrak. Saudara sekalian, ini semua dalam rangka agar terjadi pemerataan seperti ketentuan pasal 3 Undang-Undang Dasar. Di Al-Quran disebut kaila yakuna dulatan bainal yang. Jangan biarkan kekayaan itu hanya beredar di antara
We should not let the rich only accessible to the top class.
Silakan kembali, Pak.
Baik.
Sir, your time is up. Please return to your seat.
Selanjutnya kami akan berikan kesempatan kepada
Next, we will invite
calon wakil presiden
the
nomor urut 1
vice presidential candidate
naik ke atas panggung
number 1,
menyampaikan visi
Muhaimin
misi
Iskandar,
dan program
to
kerja.
deliver his vision and mission and work program.
Mohon tenang. Waktu Anda 4 menit, Pak, dimulai dari Anda menyampaikan.
You have 4 minutes, and it will start when you start speaking.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat malam, salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Harusnya saya bicara
Good
pada
evening.
debat yang pertama.
I should be talking in the first
Tapi
debate.
hari ini saya sungguh bersyukur akhirnya bisa bertemu. Tapi jangan salah paham, bukan karena saya ambisi jadi presiden, tapi karena saya punya pelajaran yang penting selama saya berjuang di politik. Apa itu? Saya menyaksikan dan menjadi bagian dari
during the political
adanya pemerintah yang memiliki kewenangan mutlak, terutama pimpinan tertinggi, untuk bisa menghadirkan keadilan dan kemakmuran rakyat. Inilah yang disebut sebagai selepet menjadi bagian dari kewenangan untuk menghadirkan kemakmuran dan keadilan. Selepet itu seperti sarung yang saya bawa ini. Bisa di kalangan santri, bisa membangunkan yang tidur, menggerakkan yang loyo.
This fabric that I put around my neck can be used to slap the people, to remind them on their responsibility and duties. I am glad that my partner is Anies Baswedan, who also share the same opinion.
Selepet itu disrupsi. Disrupsi itu
Slapping or
adalah
slepet
awal dari perubahan.
It's a disruption. It's the beginning of the changes.
100 orang Indonesia,
Please imagine 140 million
juta jumlah
Indonesian.
penduduk Indonesia. Artinya ini keadaan yang tidak adil. Ini harus kita selepet.
And they
Kita
should
juga
be
harus punya keyakinan
receiving
bahwa
reminders.
100
Slepet.
orang yang kaya ini kita pajakin bersamaan dengan kita
This
turunkan pajak kelas menengah di
100
Indonesia.
plus people
Hari
should
ini cabai mahal,
have
telur mahal,
larger
beras mahal,
tax
barang-barang mahal,
percentage.
tengkulak jahat, mafia
Today we see
menguasai dan merajalela
rising
di
prices,
mana-mana. Padahal rakyat sudah kerja,
while the people
kerja.
have
Ini
worked
harus
all their
kita
lives.
selepet.
And
Angka
this
pengangguran
should
sudah
be
8 juta,
slapped.
80 juta memang bekerja, tetapi
Unemployment
di
rate is
sektor
already rising.
informal. Mereka tidak mendapatkan penghasilan yang
There are
pasti
many people
dan
who
bahkan
are in the work,
dompetnya
but most of them in the
dipastikan
informal
tipis.
sectors.
Ini yang harus kita selepet.
And the wage
Amin
is low,
menginginkan
and they should
bansos
be
yang memang menjadi
slapped.
kewajiban negara ini diteruskan
The social
dan bahkan
aid
harus ditingkatkan
should be improved
sehingga
and
kita ingin
increased.
bansos plus
We
yang
want
semakin
to have
membawa rakyat kita memiliki
a plus
kemampuan
social
daya
aid
beli
so that
yang
people have
mendongkrak
higher
ekonomi masyarakat kita. Insya Allah,
higher
Amin akan memastikan 5% anggaran
5%
dari APBN
of
atau
state
sekitar
budget
150 triliun
or
kita
150
khususkan untuk
billion
kaum muda Indonesia,
will be allocated for the young generations,
untuk menjadi bagian
those who
terdepan
have
bagi
the
kemajuan
energy.
bangsa kita. Salah satunya adalah kamu, kredit usaha anak muda yang diberi kesempatan untuk mengakses sebanyak-banyaknya menjadi pelaku ekonomi yang baik. Kita akan hadirkan bagaimana agar desa-desa tumbuh berkembang.
We want to develop the village, 5 billion per village per year.
Siapkan seluruh bantuan-bantuan yang memungkinkan.
We will provide the social aids that will allow development. Your time is up.
Terima kasih Pak, kembali ke tempat. Terima kasih.
Berikan aplaus dan
apresiasi untuk 3 calon
Please
wakil presiden yang
give
sudah
a round of applause
visi-misi
and
program
appreciation for the candidates.
Baik, cukup.
Oke.
Cukup, tahan dulu. Saudara, kita akan jeda sejenak.
We will take a break, and the next segment we will go deeper into their vision and mission and work programs. Stay with us in the second session of the debate.